I make over six figures selling commercial furniture and glass walls, and I feel like no one really even knows that this industry exists. So the point of my channel is not only to introduce you to my journey, to walk you through to my day to day so that you can have an introspective kind of view to how I've been able to grow my business, but I think to also educate the community that this industry exists, and that we need talent. We need people from all walks of life, people of color, to kind of come in and do exactly what I'm doing. So I'm going to walk you guys through what A&D sales is and how you can potentially get into it. So in short, A&D means architecture and design. And architecture and design, obviously I'm dealing with architects, I'm dealing with interior designers, but I'm not doing it in the sense of residential projects, although you can be an A&D salesperson in the residential space, but my career has always been centered around the commercial aspect. So I would say about 70% of my workload is in office spaces, and then the other 30 is split between lobby projects, small hospitality projects like hotels and restaurants. But I would say my bread and butter is the office space. So if you work in an office and you're working in a private office, you're working in a workstation, you have cubicles, someone like me went and introduced a product to the interior designer or the property manager or the end user or whoever the facilities manager is, and convinced them to use that specific chair, that specific desk, that specific table, and it was all cohesively brought together with the colors, the finishes, the fabrics, and that an entire world takes months to complete, weeks, months to complete, because everything in the commercial market or the contract market, as we call it in the A&D space, is made to order. And you don't need a college background to be in this industry. You just have to be someone that understands the sales process. You have to be someone that has pretty good project management skills, people skills, your ability to maintain and to maintain relationships, good people skills. And although it's helpful to have a college degree, because obviously we want people in the industry who can, you know, write really well and talk really well and all these things that you practice in college, you don't need it, and it's not a necessity. Obviously, understanding design principles is, I think, the basic requirement, but I came in from left field. I didn't have any experience in this industry. I kind of stumbled into it. I went to school for international relations and a minor in economics and Spanish. And when I started, I worked for Wayfair in Boston. And when I started in this industry, I just kind of wanted to work for an entrepreneur because I knew that entrepreneurship was calling me. I was the person to have a little braiding salon in my house when I was 13, 14 years old. I was the person that was always hustling, looking for jobs. I was the person that was always trying to invent something. I mean, I started a little candle company where I was infusing them with perfumes and selling that. I mean, I knew that I wanted to do my own thing. And then coupled with that, I've always been interested in interior design, but I didn't want to go back to school. I mean, I love school, I loved my journey, but I didn't want to start over. And when I started working for this entrepreneur who does exactly what I do, which was in fact A&D sales, which is called a manufacturer's rep, is also a name for it, then I decided that I wanted to be in the sales portion because I was hired as a project manager for her. And when I wanted to do sales and she said, no, no, thank you, then I decided to kind of launch my own business, which is crazy now that I think about it, because I didn't have experience, I didn't have connections, I only knew very surface level information. And I started at the very bottom. I mean, I remember calling architectural and design product brands, asking them for the line exclusivity so that I can sell them in Boston, in New England, where I lived at the time. And everyone kind of put up their nose up to me. They're like, hell no, hell no, hell no. Because of course, here's this Afro-Latina girl with no connections, no design background, wanting to sell my architectural product. Absolutely not. But what I learned is that persistence no one's ever gonna outwork me. And I finally got to a brand that really understood my story, saw the benefit, saw that I was hungry. I was 25, I was 24, I was young, I knew that I wanted to make money. So they took a chance on me, and that just catapulted my entire, it was a carpet brand actually, and that catapulted my entire it catapulted my entire career. And with that, I have since, it's been 12 years since then I started, and I have since written an ebook, which I just launched last week, which gives someone who knows that they want to be in the A&D industry very like general information as to all the key players are, what they need to know, who, what each key player's primary purpose is, what their importance is, why they should be talking to them, how they should be talking to them, which is all the stuff. Honestly, like if I had this ebook when I started, I would have been a millionaire by now. I had to learn everything myself. And if you're in the season where you want a career change, you're interested in interior design, you want to make a lot of money, and you want to be either work for a specific brand as an employee, or you want to have your own rep group, or you want to have your own business, this is the ebook you need to kind of give you the lay of the land, so that you're not starting like I did from scratch. It's crazy to think that, I've been able to make 6 figures in this business, as well as my husband, and that this industry isn't really spoken about. And I think that more people should know about it. I think that more people should have access to the information. I don't think that it should be such a gate-kept situation where only interior designers know about it, or only people who have that super hyper focus on commercial interiors know about it. And interestingly enough, it's a male-dominated space. I mean, most of my clients are female because most of my clients are in the interior design sector. But in terms of the manufacturing process of the furniture, in terms of the brand owners, the brand partners, the BD managers, they're all white males, which is crazy. And I think that it lacks flavor, it lacks love, it lacks color. And I'm here to educate anyone who wants to know about it, so that you can come and join me in this journey.